Since the very early stages of judging, we tried to be very diverse. It was important for us to highlight what's going on. Sudan and Congo were very important in the discussion. Also, there were few stories and also singles that talk about the wildlife in Africa, linking it to climate, and the general life in the continent.
So when it came to Africa, the regional jury actually put forward images that touched on some of the patterns and rhythms of daily life that brought aspects of the kind of coverage that we don't often see from the region. So again, in the overall mix, it provides a slightly different balance from perhaps what we're used to seeing from the Africa region.
World Press Photo is a very important photography platform in the continent, specifically because it's one of few platforms that try to bring out more from the continent, trying to show the world Africa from a completely different perspective. And I'm not in denial of the amount of conflict that's going on in the continent. However, I think there's also a very big parallel line that goes along as life keeps on going on in Africa. And it's somehow under-highlighted. And I think it's a chance for many local photographers to talk about these things. I think the best example to illustrate that was actually a single, not a project. The image that speaks of the war in Sudan from a very, I would say, questioning and haunting point of view. There was an image which was shot during the conflict in Khartoum of a wedding. The image does not show much of what's happening in the city, as there was some extreme shelling and bombing. However, the way the man, is posing in front of a wall and there was some rag in the background, it just makes you ask so many questions. And there was an image of a bodybuilder in Uganda who lost his leg. And the image clearly displays his disability. However, it was so powerful to the point that you don't notice that he's missing a limb, but you notice the power and the way he owns what he achieved so far. He was a disabled bodybuilder who competes against able bodybuilders, and that was just amazing. The photo was environmental, it was beautiful, it was strong, it was just unique. I think all of these entries had something special, had a different and complete unique voice to understanding the continent better. These are the images that are important to put forward, images that will make people ask questions and wanting to know more.